Now, if you're feeling unappreciated or downright really miserable in your relationship, it is time for a change. It is time for you to make a change. That's why walking away is very powerful. It puts you in control. It switches up the game for you. Now, remember when you first met, the love of your life, your partner, they were probably head over heels in love with you. They chased you, all right? They called, they texted you all the time and made you feel like royalty. And let's assume that you guys have been, on for a couple of times, or you've been on for a while. Then all of a sudden, the thrill of the chase wears off and that passion just cools down. And suddenly, you're completely invisible to your partner, to the love of your life. Look, walking away from any relationship isn't easy. I can't tell you it is, especially if you're still in love with your partner. But floating by in a relationship where your partner makes no effort is no way to leave. It is a miserable way to leave, actually. So you may be asking if walking away from a relationship works. Look, I could tell you this for a fact that anything is possible when you respect yourself enough to walk away from a bad situation. Especially a situation where you're not getting love, you're not getting the attention, you're being treated like you're not somebody, like you're worthless. So if you're in a toxic and abusive relationship, or you're just simply in a relationship that doesn't make you feel happy, learning how to walk away from your partner gives you new options. You can move away, meet someone new. You could start a new job. You could meet new friends without worrying about someone else's, opinion on how they might make you feel. It's hard, but it is powerful when you let go, especially when it is not working. You've put in your best foot forward and it's actually not working. The power of walking away from a relationship becomes really tricky if the goal is to get your ex back, or if the goal is to get your ex to chase you and win you over. It's what we usually call the walk away power in business. It means you're willing to walk away from something extraordinary to get something even better. But when it's properly done, walking away creates respect. It might even inspire your ex to get their lives back together again and be a better person to fit into the new life that you've found for yourself, or the new life that you've built for yourself. But you must be 100% sure that you're ready to risk something you love, because the outcome may not always, end happily. You might just walk away from that situation or that relationship and your ex never comes back. So you must be willing to let your ex go if peradventure he doesn't come back to you. So when you walk away from a relationship, especially a bad one, it can give you your power back. It puts you back on the driver's seat in that relationship. And that feeling is very empowering. See, the power of walking away from a woman or a man who does not treat you right, who does not respect you, is all about giving perspective. Nothing more. It's all about showing that person that this is how they've made you feel, and you're walking away from them if they're not going to see your worth, if they're not going to see your value. And if they really do care about you, they will come back and probably apologize for the things that they've done, because it's one thing for you to come back and it's another thing for you to come back as though nothing happened and you're trying to start all over again, or you're trying to start from where you left off, like nothing ever happened. No. So you're giving them perspective of who you really are. You're taking that power back. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be treated right. So if they're not treating you right, you're walking away. And there is no question. There is no question about it. Now, the problem is finding the courage of conviction to take that power back, because it will be devastating to be far away from the person that you truly love. But here is where it gets tricky. You are creating strength when you walk away. Now, one of the biggest reasons why walking away is very powerful is because it gives you strength you never thought you had. It helps you build an emotional armor that can get you through almost every situation every difficult situation that you come across. So when you do walk away, you will learn that you can do more than you ever thought you possibly can do. Most often time when you're in a bad relationship, you may not really feel respected or treasured. But when you respect yourself enough to walk away, you create an air of dignity. You're telling your spouse that you deserve better. You deserve to be treated better. Your opinion should be, acknowledged, and your boundaries should not be crossed. That's what you're telling your partner when you walk away. So walking away creates respect that would help your ex understand how to treat you better if they can win you back. So it gives you that control on your relationship. Look, it's unhealthy to have a power imbalance in a relationship, because those who feel like they have low relationship power tend to experience greater feelings of, aggression, dissatisfaction, especially when they're trying to communicate with your partner and they're not being heard. So there is no doubt that the power of walking away from a man or a woman who does not treat you right puts you in control, puts you in the control seat, and you have to be strong enough to be able to take that power back, or you keep living in denial, or you keep living a life that is not satisfying at all, not fulfilling, because your partner is not treating you right. And women, most especially in Africa, I see recently, I've been seeing a lot of news on Instagram where couples die out of domestic violence or domestic abuse. And I keep wondering to myself, why do we keep having this occurrent situation time and time again? I do know that domestic violence occurs between men and women, but the percentage of women who have died through domestic violence in Africa is skyrocketing every day. And it's mind-blowing because we see this news on and on and on. People are not taking advice to leave a relationship or a marriage that is really abusive. You can never come out alive if you keep staying in a relationship where your man keeps beating you or your wife keeps maltreating you. You will never come out alive. And I understand the reason why most especially women find it difficult to come out or to leave their marriages. One, because of the society. How would the society see me? People think that marriage is everything. No woman wants that slate of divorce around her because it comes with some sort of stigma. Oh, she's divorced. Oh, she wasn't a good wife. Or this or that. Those things don't matter. People's opinion of you does not matter. What matters is your life. Because when you keep taking this abuse, when he keeps maltreating you, when she keeps maltreating you, at the end of the day, you will lose your sanity. I had the news currently making rounds is a woman who, burned herself because of the husband. I really don't know what the story is, but it was so heart-wrenching to see that this man had abused this woman to a point that she became so mentally ill and exhausted that she couldn't take it anymore. And she decided to take the exit route, which was trying to set the house that both of them built to blazes. And at the end of the day, she was caught up in the flames, and now she's dead, leaving her kids and social media commenters or trolls to talk about her life, to talk about the situation, to talk about her marriage. If your spouse goes as far as lifting a finger on you, walk away. Walk away. No matter how much he apologizes. A husband beater, a wife beater will never cease from beating you till you pass out, unless the hand of God touches his life and he changes. All right? So if you're sticking on because, oh, I have kids, or I have a lot to lose, you have so much to lose, including your life. Let your children be wherever they need to be with the father if you're not capable of taking custody of those children, or if you're not capable of taking care of those children. Let them be with the father. And when they grow up, they will definitely get to know the truth, no matter how badly painted it was with the father. You need to save your life so that you'll be able to save your kids from repeating history, because whether you like it or not, children from broken homes, children from homes where the father or the mother had been really abusive will end up being that. Well, if they don't end up being that, their trust level will be so low. They will have trust issues. They will go into their own marriage with so much aggression, so much defense, because they don't know what it feels like to be loved. They don't know what it feels like to have two parents who understand themselves, who can have, who can disagree, but in a very mature way and with love. So you need to save yourself by walking away. Count your losses and leave. I don't care if you've built with this man. Count your losses. You have your life. When there is life, there is hope. You can always build. You can always pick up from where you left off. These things are just material things. If you're thinking of where your source of income is going to come from, I tell you, as long as you have faith, as long as you believe that there is God who is capable of providing for you, He's definitely going to provide. He's going to definitely make a way. So first things first is save your head, save your life, so that you could tell the story tomorrow. Because at the end of the day, when you're dead, you're forgotten. You'll only being talked about on social media or by your family and friends. But as the years go by, people tend to forget the dead. So you don't want to be forgotten. The plan is to leave maybe 100 years or more to see your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren. So if you can learn how to absorb your emotions and understand when to walk away, what things to take and what things not to take from a man or a woman, then you will have so much control over your emotions. Nothing will faze you, all right? Take that power, take your respect back, and walk away when the situation is bad. No one deserves to make you lose your life, lose your sanity. No one deserves it, all right? I just came out to say this to maybe a man out there who's been domestically abused by his wife, or a wife out there who's been domestically abused by her husband and is still finding it really hard to leave that relationship. I came here to encourage you. Pick up that bag and walk away. You will not suffer. Pick up that bag and walk away. There are better options out there. You're not limited to your husband. There are better options out there. It's better to live a divorced life that is peaceful than to live a life, of being married and you're living with the demon himself or herself, okay? God bless everyone. Take care and live a fruitful life. Mwah.